straight to the camp of the Akyem Asuom Krontihene. Some read any way for pa or the nsɛm beto mmɔnten so a enya grofa the new patriotic party ho ɔkyerɛ na kyɛ sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ some read Ghana fo nyina ka ɔmadwen bom yɛyɛ baako na yɛ push the new patriotic party echo 40 years in wilderness or say from national level to regional to district to local level. Osho na MPP we di abro pa nti Ghana fo mfa ensam bebo nsam eyem na yem pushi omo enko 40 years in wilderness. Ye ba kwa kotie ne nsem bia ode atom nonten so ahwe dia okaye. Enti samre dia na kyese Akyem Asuom Krontihene a ne din de Nana Buedi Amponi Obodade ni buefu pan a ochre se MPP for the omo ne Ghana for enni ni ye kra from the ex-president Akuffo besi national executives, regional executives, district executives, branch executives dia omo cha na say omo di Ghana for abro pan o de nsem ya beton mountain so yen konkoti
Ghanaians must sentence that generation of thieves, that generation of robbers and looters to 40 years in the wilderness. Anybody that had anything to do with President Akuffo Baumia administration should be sentenced to 40 years political wilderness, right from the national level to the regional executives to the constituency. The MPP owes Ghana that to clean up the whole system and allow a new breed of people who are selfless and who want to serve this country.
That was Nana Buedi Amponi Obodade oye Akyem Asuom Krontihene. Some radio ni buefu pan or den semeton mountain so say MPP for from the ex-president Nana Akufo besi Baumia, from regional executives, district executives, local level, some radio some crofo India osusu say Ghana for for 40 years of political wilderness. Ocho na che say omo Ghana fo eni ni ye kra omo mania mamu ye den ma Ghana fo e wo say yes so omo nyina akọ sa political wilderness na ye ja omo pese omo som oman na omo wo oman no ho do ma omo nya adwuma ma oman no na ye to aso asam radio na che say ansa na ye bekọ sansam min so de na che say Akyem Asuom Krontihene de na ni buefu pan a ochre se MPP for de no susu se omo ya akonfo omo ne Ghana fo eni ni ye kaka omo mania mamu ye den e ma Ghana fo nti o de nsem ya beton mountain so yen konkotie ne nsem ni bi.
Ghanaians must sentence that generation of thieves, that generation of robbers and looters to 40 years in the wilderness. Anybody that had anything to do with President Akuffo Baumia administration should be sentenced to 40 years political wilderness, right from the national level to the regional executives to the constituency. The MPP owes Ghana that to clean up the whole system and allow a new breed of people who are selfless and who want to serve this country.
So that was the Akyem Asuom Krontihene and wefu backlash kesiye pa ekwama MPP for chira na chese omoni Ghana fo eni ni ye kra nana sansem we ndi asa dia we ni di echire pa na owo pepa bi ma ensem we kan bibi kakara fa ho.
All right, so once again in Chang kesiye nkoma ahwefo ni etifo ni obibiara. The issue about this particular man, he has been on the neck of the New Patriotic Party for a very long time. And according to him, the few months John Dramani Mahama is in power, the few years is in power, what he has been able to achieve and the things he's done. Now, most of the taxes, especially a banwe rolling back. At the end of the day, the government is still surviving, and they are even coming out to tell us, say, they wouldn't be borrowing again. So, all of these things to him, MPP for buying or mobile call ETS or mobile Ghana for abroad. It's for me, Kai Moya, Obeka said last year, 6 years, brought the whole E-levies and 7 air costs. The MPP told Ghanaians that without E-levy, the country cannot be run. The country will go bankrupt. And apparently, it is not so, because when this particular government came into power, they took off E-levy, they took off betting tax. In fact, we are learning, say, Oko a year, Temahaba, most of the taxes are not a workers, they have been able to take all of them a year back. So all of these things and how Mahama is very effective in his government, all the ministers is like they are actively competing against each other, putting all the 2 and 4s together, and chief they say, can we just have an oral for past presidents? I'm talking about Operation Recover or Loot. Let's go after Akuffo. Let's go after Jan Kruma. Let us go after people like Dr. Baumia. Let us go after people like Miracles Abuaji. These are the corrupt officials who are looting the state. Or destroy Ghana. For once we talk say Ghana. So this is exactly what is going on, and that is the standpoint this particular man is, this particular chief is coming from.
Okay, yeah, that was a pan. Not just that was the Akyem Asuom Krontihene, not just na the wefu pan or kwama MPP for, and he's been known for political controversies around issues that are related to the New Patriotic Party. Or try not to say they didn't do Ghana any good. They came to steal from Ghana. They came to do this and that from Ghana and all that. And indeed, nana abwedi amponi obo dade. Akyem Asuom Krontihene. And then the wefu san. Yet once one ye caught straight to the camp of the digital man. Ghana has said ye can't champion of digitalization. They are not just say ye can't Dr. Baumia. Oye flag bearer say Emma the New Patriotic Party. Former vice president of Ghana, and now other tennis ball skills, Ayrton Mountain. So, or try not to say, or call and upon sorry, call exercise, kakra by and or some tennis ball airtwas, or try not to say, politics isn't about the back and forth and all that. Sometimes exercising, so, who here, pan, see on your screens now. The flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, Baumia or former President Baumia yenyina as champion for digitalization or train tennis ball skills no nti ye ba ko hwe video no na hwe kwan ya fa so koye. Moving on, I call China Chin Chong Chin na chese eho na summary de ye call asem kese bi esi wo ho no ma efa kata sit shane proye On your screens here, China sentences former defense ministers Wei Fengyi and Li Shangfu to death for bribery and corruption. Not just asem kesiye pa na esi wo China memu a ye kire say defense ministers akwakoye some sort of bribery and corruption katasehye any proye any dream kankan abeton mountain so ngofo be baba be kire omadwen afa bi ma ba be kire say Ghana has say there it's more or less like a politicians ni government officials anyama wen ye and shadanya sem cry it me set up committee oral to whatever yeah found but it looks like for China for there it is a big thing to them. So your minister na say who engage in something related to bribery and corruption and not just say they are going all out for you. Not just say they are no Wei Fengyi and Li Shangfu not just say yes sentencing omu to death for bribery and corruption. Among for be braba betre or movie with some point of view as far as this situation is concerned. Ebi mu try to say Ghana we are able to take such initiatives issues on bribery and corruption what Ghana has say some people have also said that when there should be it should be more or less like something we as Ghanaians we look up to, because currently it's like bribery and corruption is becoming like something about us. It's becoming a part of us from all aspects of our economy, from health sector to education to agriculture to a lot of aspects of the economy. And I just say we engage in bribery and corruption. Kamia say it is just the normal. It is what government officials are meant to do, and there is nothing we can do about it. We tend to one manager say create committees near the idea say and yen found say why na ye say na why na ye say na a whole lot ye na ye den sem kakra beton mountain so ma etie 40 we na say that is the end of the game. Some no they just go scot free entwe ye kra ebi mo tra na say sentencing them to death ne de na it's a way too extreme. And what in kakra simple sankomo call prison for a number of years in poor. It could have still been a learning curve. It could have been something to look up to. Now so sadly when you are yourself ye kun cry fiat as far as when so they are not just say I know so that is what is coming from China. Two defense ministers ya sentence you to life and to death. Just say ye kuomu efi atiasefo asase so kra ye to so na ye go straight to France. The France President Emmanuel Macron oko ejabo bi ase e Nairobi University na abra speaker bi kasa anode ni nsemi to dwa no na chese ase dede bi kakra wo honom. And you're sorry, my oko manoka na adwin say this is a sign of disrespect. When Job wo class speaker be kasa it was say podium auditorium ho ye din na nyina ye tie dia speaker no or chere enti ye videos na beton mountain so ye nkonko hwe kwan a ofa so ye say.
So then
already you're not waiting your turn.
I will make order. Excuse me, everybody. Hey! I'm sorry, guys, but it's impossible to speak about culture to have. So then.
Already? You're not waiting your turn.
I will make order. Excuse me, everybody. Hey! I'm sorry, guys, but it's impossible to speak about culture to have people like that super inspired coming here, making a speech with such a noise. So this is a total lack of respect. So I suggest, if you want to have bilaterals or speak about somebody else, something else, you have bilateral rooms or you go outside. If you want to stay here, we listen to the people. And we play in the same game, okay? Thank you.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is called leadership.
So that was the president of France, Emmanuel Macron. Wakopi ejabo bi ase as a dede kakra bi wo auditorium honum sorry ya o kire say o pese oni obi di nkomo and say you want to engage in some sort of bilateral conversation and communication which me apie any kwan say speaker bi kasa yet na honum na che say ye dede it's a sign of disrespect. So that is that's from Emmanuel Macron. Yet what's not that's so France and not just say France are hosting the first African summit. Now summit when you are to say Africa Forward Summit. When you a lot of allegations about a lot of controversies about as far as issues in the Sahel states are concerned. We know France to be part of the Sahel states, Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger. But after say yes, you feed this Sahel states. It's more a Camille is a France for the per se countries, we to say Kenya, Ghana, Nigeria, they strengthen ties for the purpose of trade, a whole lot of issues. And also Aberton Mountain so. And to some way, or planning say or be hosting a very big African Forward Summit in Krofabetre or Madrid. There is a video to this. Yen Konkoshe and Sembi AFA Summit.
President Emmanuel Macron says that this is about coming to the table as equal partners. And he did address also those coups d'etats in Mali, in Burkina Faso, and in Niger.
You have three countries, and I do regret that, which decided because of the coup and the behaviors of the military people in charge to put them aside from the rest of the club, by the way, aside of ECOWAS as well and others. It doesn't mean that West Africa is not part of this meeting. The biggest leaders of Western Africa will be here.
The leaders of Côte d'Ivoire, of Senegal, of other Francophone countries are still here, but those three Sahel nations have formed their own group, the Alliance of Sahel States, Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, and they are very anti-Western in their outlook. They have embraced Russia for security support. They look to China, and it's part of the reason why Emmanuel Macron is here with this delegation of French business is to make sure that they're reaching out beyond their traditional connections in Francophone Africa, and especially as the rest of the continent, really, not just in Francophone Africa, starts to be alive to this colonial baggage and trying to chart a new path. Many view China and Russia here quite favorably, and so countries like France and the UK and the US are having to come up against that and make sure that what are you offering. The name of the summit is interesting. It's something that President Ruto of Kenya likes to say when he's asked, are you facing east or west? He likes to say, we're facing forward, and that's the name of the summit here, Africa Forward Summit. But it's really a France-Africa summit, Ivan.
Larry, thanks so much for that update, and I'm sure you'll keep us posted on how African leaders respond to Macron's outreach there. Thank you very much. Live from Nairobi, Larry Mado.
That was updates from France and updates around the France President Emmanuel Macron. Now you say France are planning or kick off the 2-day African Forward Summit. A whole lot of controversies as far as this summit is concerned, particularly France's relation to the Sahel states, Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali. Some media almost say it's more or less like France, but almost strengthen ties with the other parts of the Sahel states, Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali. In Krofotra, say it's more or less like the first of its kind. Almost see an English-speaking country, Kenya. It's the first time will be safe from France hosting a 2-day summit. Say Africa Forward Summit. Baby and hosted to say an English-speaking country, Kenya. So that's from Emmanuel Macron. Some media say they have kicked off the summit. Omasha Sekra Enyasem Ketwakra. Yet also concern from one go straight into the camp of a 7 medical staff sanctioned Efa Charles Amy Sani Wono. Somewhere around last week committee certified Charles Amy Sani Wono. It's for Bekaya and I for Bekaya na some months back and I say a 29-year-old Charles Emisa around Circle Overpass no. between a truck and then a private car, saloon car, be omo crashima. Charles Emisa Shrenin Kwaya, ya didn't call a number of hospitals, Ewo Accra has say ya mention. It came out say no bed syndrome. And see, the medical team of Ghana, they had to set a committee. So umbe probe into it now. Who the cause of the death of Charles Emisa. So on your screen is trying to say 7 medical staff sanctioned over failure to attend to Charles Emisa in a life-threatening condition, leading to his avoidable death. Committee in the death of Charles Emisa, it is something that could have been avoided. So, sir, in for 7 years, the committee is so no, I say 7 medical staff sanctioned. You sanctioned 7 medical staff. They have something in relation to the death of Charles Emisa. I'm trying to say medical negligence. And buapo binti na chese. I'm share Heinz Charles Emisa ewu yaya at age 29. The chair of the committee Dr. Mark. The chair of the health committee, Dr. Mark Nawani, or then some abeton mountain so ultra say so oshana se wintimi health ejumana and health related staff so your doctor or your nurse midwife now oshana say wintimi say ejumana osha resigning. You don't have to continue to be in the space. Say, oh, hospital say you are supposed to look or take care of patients. Not medical negligence. Not a one and crofo. Or then send be a better mountain. So, ye be kwa kutie near or the better mountain. So, the chair of the committee, health committee, I friend of Dr. Mark Nawani or no chana just say, and no bed syndrome. Biana eku Charles Emisa. Or making connection to the recent death of a pregnant woman, she had to be in labor for 36 hours. All famous training, and some more training say with health practitioners. No, so emotional say, to me no more juma, and I say juma no more. They are not forcing them to continue to be working as health professionals. Omo resigning na ewu na torrencha mahora yensaka and I say yet other health facilities no etobe brass kakra nti yankonko tiensem bia owura Mark Nawani edeton Montenso efa.
We are saying that it is beyond just the facility, it is the individuals. And please, if you are a medical professional and you are tired of the work, probably you have to you can resign. I'm telling you, Ghana will survive. You have, if you are ready to work, please, there are ethics. If you can't do something, you call your colleague doctor, your senior doctor. And one funny thing about doctors is that the senior doctors is that they are always happy to be called. Once a junior doctor calls a senior doctor, they are ready to run and come and help. It's something that in my 33 years of practice, I realized that whenever you want help from a doctor you call, a colleague doctor calls that person, you run and come and help. This should not have happened. This has nothing to do with no bed syndrome, but that was the name that was given to it. And that was probably the investigation or the referral that was given to the committee. And it has happened at Kaswa, where somebody who has been admitted, he has spent 36 hours there and they are saying no bed. Has he been lying on the floor all that time that there was no bed at the recovery ward? Do you need to do a cesarean section and send the person automatically or compulsorily to a recovery ward?
So that was the chair of the health committee, Dr. Mark Nawani. Or try not to say we a health professional, not to say ejuma no shawa bra. You have the opportunity to resign. You can't be at post not to say we won't at renchem or be to say Charles Emisa ni wo ya we. it could have been avoided. It is medical negligence. Just on the side of health professionals. Some more in Shanghai, health facilities. And see, that's the summary of what he's trying to say. Utimi who are one asifim nenum kasemu. Or Tress say, or no, medical practitioner for close to 33 years. So to baby na say the case be bro na say bro adwen so na say more den kakra mawa. You can call senior professionals na waka trom say oh when they say bro me so kakra when you menti ase when they say ni hu bi da they'll be able to guide you. They'll be glad say omo be boa na what service our issues nya dia then to your health professionals I'm media. This is coming from the health committee chair at the mouth Dr. Mark our say so as a health Ejumano untumi as a nurse, as a midwife, as a doctor, you have the opportunity to resign. Not Koswaka Charles Amy Sanhua Sema Nacha say and Chai and say around circle over pass no track and saloon car be money omo akwan fa na akwan no omo kuni ya fi omo kuni wie they had to run. And then it was a hit and run sort of people around had to hold him on for some time and sana yedini chinyako hospitals ahodo owu krakra ye konsem foforo so anache right now it's like a new trend yare bia ba be pin mountain so yare bia be pin mountain so aye huhu kakra ase bi mo ka say is it coronavirus or is it the second coming of Ebola? Is it related to coronavirus and a whole lot of issues? Some yare when the near furniture say Hantavirus. Oshe screen sees or say Hantavirus is an infectious. It's an infection caused by a group of viruses that spread to humans through exposure to infected urine, saliva, and droppings from rodents. So yare when the dia oben be nyaw nemo it is from rodents mice mouse squirrels nya dia say we get in touch with their omu janan omu jonso omu saliva you are likely to have this kind of virus. And see, Usha, symptoms are so when you say will be experience be chills, fever, utiba yo yakakra, oberrington, or abdominal pain.
This is not coronavirus. This is a very different virus. We know this virus. Hantaviruses have been around for quite a while. There's a lot of detail that we know. I'm going to ask Anais to come in and say this, but I want to be unequivocal here. This is not SARS-CoV-2. This is not the start of a COVID pandemic. This is an outbreak that we see on a ship. There's a confined area. We have 5 confirmed cases so far. We completely understand why these questions are coming, and we are trying to provide all of the information that we can. That's why we're having a press conference here to give accurate information, and we're grateful for all of those out there who are asking these types of questions. But this is not the same situation we were in 6 years ago. It doesn't spread the same way like coronaviruses do. It's very different. It's that close, intimate contact that we've seen. And most hantaviruses don't transmit between people at all. Most hantaviruses are transmitted from rodents or their feces or their saliva, or droppings, to people. And only this one particular virus, the Andes virus, which has been identified here, we've seen some human-to-human transmission. And again, I want to reiterate, the actions that are being taken on board are precautionary to prevent any onward spread. And so there's a lot that is being done right now to be able to try to minimize the risk even further. But I do want Anais to come in and provide a little bit. No? Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you.
So that was a senior health professional from World Health Organization, Maria Van Ultra say some radio not just a hantavirus now and Kofohuni say it is a second coming of coronavirus. No, it's not in relation to that. When you're a new kind of virus, Asha say G10 not just say Otrana say Ubenya Saya Real not just say you are exposed to the urine, Mitra Johnson, droppings, a janai and saliva. If it rodents be to say mice, ne mouse, near the idea. Once you get exposed to Sanyama Wendy and not just Hantavirus, no, there's a likelihood and I said there's a probability say Saya Rewe or Ubenyebi and I say you be infected by that. Yet once one right still in on issues around Hantavirus. The head of the World Health Organization or the Nsembia Beton Mountain or say 8 cases I'm not confirming 8 cases about Hantavirus. I say 5 of them they are confirmed. 3 people they almost suspected say some profile when your symptoms are say almost virus wing but 5 they num they not just a virus no almost kebianisa na 3 no makane they are still probing almost suspected say some symptoms near they are more portray no na symptoms of hantavirus or the Nsembia Beton Mountain so yeah nkonkotie ni nsem
8 cases have been reported including 3 deaths. 5 of the 8 cases have been confirmed as hantavirus and the other 3 are suspected. Hantaviruses are a group of viruses carried by rodents that can cause severe disease in humans. People are usually infected through contact with infected rodents or their urine, droppings, or saliva. The species of hantavirus involved in this case is the Andes virus, which is found in Latin America and is the only species known to be capable of limited transmission between humans. In previous outbreaks of Andes virus, transmission between people has been associated with close and prolonged contact, particularly among household members, intimate partners, and people providing medical care. That appears to be the case in the current situation. The first case was in a man who developed symptoms on the 6th of April and died on the ship on the 11th of April. No samples were taken, and because his symptoms were similar to those of other respiratory diseases, hantavirus was not suspected. The man's wife went ashore when the ship docked at the island of St. Helena and was also symptomatic. She deteriorated during a flight to Johannesburg on the 25th of April and died the next day. Samples were taken which were tested at South Africa's National Institute of Communicable Diseases and confirmed as hantavirus. The third death was of a woman on the ship who developed symptoms on the 28th of April and died on the 2nd of May.
So that was Dr. Tedros Oyepeni World Health Organization ordering some Mountain so say some radio ya confirm 8 cases. 5 of them there omochra say hantavirus it has invaded their system or from all indications no not say hantavirus they've been infected by it, but 3 of them there omugusu yenhwehwemu although they've shown signs of having those symptoms that is about hantavirus. The same way there yare foforo a trend yare foforo ankofa hyase ka eho asem no na about hantavirus same way there as eje emon abaya sem da manfo ano say hey this virus what is it about and a whole lot. So that is that about hantavirus as same way there World Health Organization the almost some Beton Mountain. So some confirm some cases as far as the virus is concerned. Yet what's your concern from one papa bia or chenare was some media nera hope or see nyano. He wants to die. Ne property ewa sakuma na some media ye duregu ama nera hope ye or say nyano no they should kill me. I want to die. Just not just emotionally nedia. Asem na ya ne ya pa. Yenko tie ne nsem ni bi. Na ra ho sem or they to mountain so.
Mama. I make them listen. Oh, memory. They'll kill me today. And come back then. I'll let them kill me. Hey, remember, no, I'm back on I'm back then. No. They should kill me. So your fair. The person who come in. I see a pot to them. Who my bravo da, a bravo see you. What better? What do my son was swap of them? What?
Okay, I will see Swiss, I will see and then see a band as well. Yeah, they find home. But then his reaction is what is sparking. What is causing that reaction? It is the demolition exercise led by who? Greater Accra Regional Minister, the AMA boss. These are the things you need to do. Cancel the store and also start to look into the screens.
Yet was one that year called straight into Greater Accra. Last week, the Beton Mountains said there was a huge demolition exercise. So Accra, Enyasem, Ketwa, somewhere around Sakumo or Ramsey, Honum side. Greater Accra Regional Minister, NFA, Nadmofwana, AD, Nim Ama, Sa demolition exercise. When you cause almost not just say. Nkrofobia sisi dan ewo bia eni kwan so musisi na ewo so mu drigu ma omoye what is important to them. They are not supposed to be building there. Greater Accra Regional Minister call very hard on them. Ma raise a whole lot of alarm from backlashes here, others praising her, say she's supposed to do that. I mean, how can you be building at waterways or places that are owned by the government? Some way I raise a spark papa bi and akofra bi ni buefu pan chese odi areho isan say ye collapse the property or see enya no peso he wants to die, they should kill me, I want to die. So same way abeya areho sempa ama nkrofa hyase eka eho nsem ye nkwohwe kwan a ofa so de ne nsem etuja
mama I make them listen. Oh memory, they'll kill me today. Mama, I make them listen. Oh, memory, they'll kill me today. And come back then. I'll let them kill me. Hey, memory, I'm back then. No. They should kill me. So your fair. The person who come in. I see a pot to them. Who my bravo da, a bravo see you. What better? What do my son was swap of them?
So that was Papa Bia ye collapsing a property. Osi enyano no munkuno. He wants to die. They should kill me. And in Nafi demolition exercise so somewhere last week Greater Accra Regional Minister and in Admofo NAD enim kind collapse a number of properties in places where they are not supposed to be. Trying to say those places are owned by government. If some of them are places that are waterways. So when papa other screens so abetre na drain and as an era who ye pan osu or see enya ne kra no munkuno because the property ni japade and ni da sopana omo collapse nesa. In that same story yet was one an actor na enim no as wayosi we di amanfo bi enim amon some sort of support adoye ama papa ya always screen so omo de niam bi ni ade ama in support of the property omo collapse yenkonko tie niam omo de man no ne kwan anansem bi omo kan ewo edwabo na se
hanu mo anye bone atense be 4 days as 5 days ni ana ye papa Augustine so Augustine beto ntintan fidie no so ba bi aja sabi odi ni tik kakra to se demolition exercise because oma affect no kakra enti me boss friend on na Kofi Amoako hene dodo na friend Blackie o share video in fact na nisuo egu no ana ofre me quickly say e de na yebetimi ye de aboa na mempe papa na chiri kwan fama no nti blogger nso enam no so ma video no beto abonche no eye Accra hype be de ma me bloggers ni bi mo pen number ti na akodu say me boss say be bi oda no obehwe no man ba bi edi ni trato na afi nso ye the company Teresa Jasmine Rice Monique but your managers and managers say can say managers yes your managers is sooner ijina hano the don so ba present here textbooks ne Teresa Jasmine Rice e dia ma papa say areho na e ba ye no e ja on so fa we nka no kakra na emwa no na sitinem kakra ti anu anti na madaroma ye wa hano.
So that was Wayosi only the premium Ghana brand enim ma omuye donation of 50,000 number of textbooks and Enyama Hurobi Emma the victim of the demolition exercise so ewo Accra just last week by the Greater Accra Regional Minister NFA Nadmo. There's a password here.
And I had the mommy. But first of all, no, I said, me can send it to you via almost fanching. Man, shut us a mess.
I are a whole animal, yes, sir.
You know, me a mechanic say, before mobile first bloggers never take coverage, no, SNA. I'm castle, I mean, omo muti enso omo frame achichi me were omo mudidi matem ni nyina enyamesem na meka so nyame nhuru ya ndi bebre ka nti se meka se biti obi a me pacho omo fache na onyame nhuru bia omo mugusu omo mama dada omo mugusu omo mudwe me ho nyina no so nyame onka omo ontu omsem omo nkwatete kwa nyansa nimdie sika ewu nyinche omo hu omma emma Momudi and prepare fiasas so the Pia Omudi and your food for simple wumpa Mudi and yes and Yesu Christ your boy and you with a mass.
And sure that's
and I had the mammy. But first of all, no, I said, make can send it to you via almost fanching. Man, shut us a mess.
I are a whole.
Okay, so that was a donation exercise. Wayosi LED Premium Ghana Rice Brand Enima Omokoye donation. Emma, the victim of the demolition exercise. Our Greater Accra Regional Minister Edi Enim Eni Nadmo. So they donated 50,000 Ghana cedis, a number of textbooks, and rice nya dear Ediman, essence sharing crime, and a whole lot. So that was it from the camp of the victim of the demolition exercise. Echo so last week on your screen. See to me we say, Papa when you say yenya no crab, ne ra hu ye na kuma so aba. Mcheni wefu pa a say. Yenku na no enti there is a Mr. Augustine Nyaku, the man seen visibly distraught in the viral video during the Sakumono Ramsia site demolition exercise has expressed a heartfelt gratitude to the bloggers and members of public who showed him compassion during that difficult time. He also apologized to the public for some of the things he said and explained that it was acted out of pain. You're trying to say, Mr. Augustine Nyaku, some radio never who ye pan because ye send property and I say, as some case atun, ni japadiena, it's in the mud, sir, after donation, no, not just an near Japan. Yet was what consent from one, not just say, ye go straight into the camp of Yenya ba, yin no hajia for real. Or then same be about beton mountain so or trust self pet or ban who fe Bema Ujina brand and as a Bema who is so handsome and yet just a north or say God bless us with beauty and handsomeness. Hajia for real. When you Hajia for real who are all say opa ba ne ho ofe pan dia go nowhere. You shouldn't look anywhere. Opa be ma say oye very handsome. 6 packs are 6 packs. Ne ho ofe ye pan dia na say you should go to the north. Or the same be better mountain so through a video. Yen konko tie ne nsem ni bi.
Sa be ma no. Tie na ode no be ye.
No, sa be man me drink say ne ho ye me fair. I just
Keke.
Say it's nice.
Say ade ye fair ye di ni ye dey.
No, when we say I'll be real.
Be real.
I grew up in New York.
Yes.
In New York, you see a lot of different types of men. You see
but
white.
Where you're different.
Wait.
Where you're unique.
In New York, you see white
from
men.
From the north.
You see Spanish men. You see Jamaican, Caribbean. You see so many different types of men. Tall, thick, short, caramel, chocolate. In Ghana, you really only see one type of man.
Have you ever been to the north?
Let me finish. So when I saw that, I was like, hey!
I
did not know there were men like this in Ghana.
North.
You understand?
Let me tell
that's all it is.
Guys, let me, you know, even me, when I travel and I saw people down from Ghana, they'll be like, hey, Ghanaian, are you a Ghanaian? Are you sure? Ghanaians don't look like this. And I'll be like, I'm from the northern part of Ghana.
Yeah.
And
so,
let me not lie to you. No. You didn't see us Let me not lie to you guys. Nyami, show who notness. Nyami Maya hunfe.
It's true.
Ahunfe. Gone are the days. Ashantifo, munko bisa munana no mo. First no. Ombechi nordness. No ma bedi mami fono wo. Ashanti region. No ma wo like cute kids. We are no ma chomuti. Have you heard about that story? If I'm lying, munka chomi se me boa.
I don't know about that
history
story.
books mu. Nyame amaya hunfe pa. But unfortunately, hey, why na see me boa? Oka se me boa me block you because I am pa.
I don't know. I don't know that
it's
history.
True.
But what I do know, that person that you were dating to, that I met at your house, that person is really cute too.
Because
he's also from the north. He's really fine too. He's really fine too.
Listen.
So I've never dated anybody from.
Say that.
No, but we're talking about northern cute guys. So I'm talking about the cute northern guys I know. No, I'm just saying. We're talking about northern guys. So I'm just saying that when I saw Date, it was just like, oh my God, it was a breath of fresh air. Like, it was like I was in New York watching.
What are you talking about?
Because he's cute.
We have a lot of them in the north.
But I have never been to North.
Yeah, but
I'm in Accra. I only go to Accra and Saturday.
You are used to like...
I'm used to what I see in Accra.
I'm sorry. But oh my God. For real. Let's just be honest.
Someone said too much. You see somebody saying what I'm saying is true. You see, they are agreeing with what I'm saying.
That what?
So they're agreeing with what I'm saying. That Date is cute.
I know that.
Yeah, but I can admire a cute person. Doesn't mean that I want to do anything with him.
But you told me that you like him and then I talked to him.
I said he was cute, Mona. That's all I said. Oh, how? How can I say that? How can I say that? I did not say that. Hey, Mona, me. I think she's talking about a different friend. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. But listen, there are all types of there are very handsome Fanti men. There are handsome Ashanti men. Gone like they are. But you understand?
They had to mix with our blood.
But Date got a little something going on over there.
I know we're afraid Date. Am I lying, people? And every sentence, then you bring Date inside. Why?
Because he's cute. Someone said, who's Date? You are following Mona and you don't know who's Date. Fancies. Emeka Fancy me.
No, me chantro. You see, those gone are the days. Missy Munka bisa na.
When someone said, Yazi, aren't you friends with Hannah? Hannah is my sister. No. Hannah is not my friend.
Those times, no, the northerners ni free north. No, the Omaba south.